sometimes they put some specific plants, because of regeneration of the soil. And this way, it's ready for exactly, next crop.
Here we are in Tornareccio, in region of Abruzzo, in Adriatic coast, center of Italy. We are doing the fourth step of an international process called Social Enterprise and Natural Capital. It is a project granted by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Commission.
The educational process started with a meeting in Tornareccio, in fact, in November 2022. We decided to start with a study visit in order to allow all the international partners to better know the communities and the reality. We had opportunity to visit several very interesting reality connected with services, with environmental elements, connected with food producers. We decided to focus ourselves more than on the aspect of the new entrepreneurship, to try to have a common base, and we found that food, in fact, is a primary and basically elements of our life that can be common for all our communities.
Here we are with the participants from Italy, Belgium, Bulgaria, Germany, Romania and Slovakia. And of course, all of us has in their own background traditional elements related to the food.
My name is Cvetelina Hristova. I come from Bulgaria and I'm volunteer for Estestvo Ispitatelji, one of the partners of this project. Food is not just nourishment, it's a living language. It tells a lot of stories, it brings tradition, values, the different recipes of our grandparents that keeps us connected.
Hello, I'm Martin and I'm coming from Rotterdam, Berlin. Nutrition is the only thing that we really need beside the air and the water. And so we really should take care for what we eat and why we eat. But in the same time, it's also having huge impact on the climate. So we should also take care for, because it's our future.
My name is Barbara and I work for BROST, it's a conservation association based in Slovakia. And our main work is practical activities on nature conservation. We also try to educate young people, so we go to schools, we make presentations, we also take them out into the field and show them our work. The great thing about this program is that we are connecting young people from all over Europe through food, because it's something that everyone has in common and it's something that involves them like practically, that they can get their hands on.
Ciao a tutti, sono Alex, in ARCI sto facendo il servizio civile universale che mi permette di effettuare un servizio per la comunità intera italiana. È veramente importante invogliare e far conoscere alle nuove generazioni come i cibi, ma non soltanto i cibi, proprio come tutto quello che ci circonda viene prodotto, da dove deriva, perché così possiamo trasmettere, come dicevo, una cultura che proprio si basa dal suolo, che parte dal suolo e arriva fino alle persone. Ci sono tantissimi problemi nella nostra società che hanno bisogno di una partenza dal basso, e così come si parte dal basso per la produzione dei cibi, possiamo partire dal basso proprio incoraggiando i giovani a una sostenibilità in tutto tondo, partendo dal cibo, vedendo da dove è prodotto, insegnandogli anche come riconoscere le differenze tra i vari cibi, come possono anche loro essere più sostenibili, magari evitando di comprare determinati alimenti perché ce ne sono di più sostenibili, o evitare di comprare cibi altamente processati perché loro stessi possono mettersi in pasta letteralmente nella produzione.
And that's the reason why we started to realize through the training course in September 23 in Borrello, here in Abruzzo, several activities connected with food. Food conservation, food preservation, food cultivation, educational model on food, possible startup companies connected with food, also to learn different competencies, communication, education, marketing, legal framework, natural capital itself. But at the same time, we realized two webinars, one related with the permaculture concept, food education and also food production. And the second webinar was realized as well in cooperation with our partner Le Fagoten, and it was based on the root of the healthy food. Then after these two moments that were much more related with the, let's say, person in charge in the different organization, we decided to give directly to the young people to deal with the subject of social enterprise and natural capital. That's the reason why we decided in May 2024 to realize a youth exchange in Stumont, Belgium, where our partner Le Fagoten is based.
My name is Andra. I live in Stumont. I work in the Fagoten. It's an organization for mainly youth. Our topics are sustainability and environment. We do a lot of educational work. A part of our organization is a little farm, so where we learn children or visitors how about farm working, making cheese, making butter, making bread, and so on, how to take care of animals. And another part is also about nature, so about wildlife.
We decided that place because itself, Le Fagoten, it's a brilliant example how to combine social enterprise and natural capital. So it was a perfect playground to realize a project on food with young people. It was a really fantastic experiential activity from which participants carry out great outcomes. Promo, campaign, educational modules, advices and as we say, tips and tricks for young people with the wish to open to launch a social enterprise connected with food education, production. It allowed the participants especially to try directly. For a lot of them it was the first time to be in so strong contact with nature and allowed them to gain several competencies under this point of view, relational, environmental, educative. And now, after that youth exchange, of course, idea was to realize a twin one in Italy, again based on experiential activities on food, and that's the reason why we are now in October 2025 with our fourth and last international meeting here in Tornareccio.
Tornareccio is a very important point under this point of view because it's a place where the quality production of food make the community developed, alive. I would like to say rich, not under an economical point of view, but mainly under a human point of view. Here there is a very large production of quality food, from honey, cheese, beer, grain, pasta. So it's really a place where such kind of projects can have a very positive feedback but also impact. Thanks to the relationship we were able to establish with the local community and also with local producers, we built a program of activities to be realized during the youth exchange in which the European participants will have the chance to interact with different local stakeholders to really understand how food can represent a very important tool to promote social enterprise.
Sono Nicola Iannone, il sindaco del Comune di Tornareccio, che ha la fortuna di aver avuto un incontro con l'ARCI di Chieti, con cui abbiamo sottoscritto un partenariato e in vari anni abbiamo avuto l'opportunità di conoscere tantissimi ragazzi, tantissimi giovani, tantissime persone che hanno condiviso la vita quotidiana del nostro territorio. Hanno riscontrato quella armonia europea perché hanno portato di diverse culture, diverse idee e io come sindaco devo dire che ho riscontrato un'iniziativa molto interessante. Grazie soprattutto all'ARCI che ci ha permesso di utilizzare queste opportunità che sicuramente da soli, noi essendo una piccola comunità con le risorse che abbiamo, sicuramente non potevamo mettere a disposizione per il territorio.
We were welcomed by Apicoltura Chieti. Our trip there was quite interesting and informative at the same time. I was very fascinated with their history and the way of beekeeping that they use, specifically nomadic beekeeping. They gave me the impression that they didn't want exactly to be only making profits, but they were doing it in the name of actually helping the community and the world in a way, because they understand the current problems humanity faces as a whole with climate change and pollution, and especially the lowering numbers of bees in general.
La nostra famiglia ha iniziato a fare apicoltura, a praticare l'apicoltura negli anni 30, quando il nonno aveva trovato uno sciame, l'ha riportato nel suo paese qui a Tornareccio, e da un'arnia oggi abbiamo circa 1400 alveari e facciamo nomadismo floreale alla ricerca delle varie fioriture per fare dei mieli monofloreali particolari e anche un po' rari. Abbiamo scelto di fare una produzione biologica, quindi trattare le nostre api in maniera più attenta, cercando dei territori puliti dove non ci sono inquinamenti ambientali e altri inquinamenti dovuti a pesticidi o ad altro. Quindi riusciamo a produrre un miele genuino e sano in tutti i sensi.
It was quite impressive that they wanted to share some of the profits they made from the honey to Gaza and the innocent people who were suffering there. They did not really care whether or not it would affect their sales, that they were supporting openly some campaign or another disaster, because at the end of the day they cared mostly about doing the right thing, not about sales.
Abbiamo aderito a questo progetto grazie all'invito di un nostro amico che fa parte di questa associazione Terra Non Guerra, quindi è un progetto fatto da produttori che lavorano con la terra per sostenere queste popolazioni che in questo momento si trovano in una situazione di guerra. Quindi li sosteniamo da lontano vendendo i nostri prodotti, e abbiamo dato un'etichetta nuova, quindi una veste nuova al nostro miele per sostenere questo progetto.
We took a trip to the Janone cheese factory. It was a really interesting trip. I thought that it would be like a bigger factory, but it was really small, and the place was full of passion and love. The lady there, she was very kind and passionate about what she was doing, so we could really feel her good vibe, and we could also learn a lot of things from her. I liked it very much. It inspired me to be more productive and do things that I love to do.
Quindi la nostra azienda è un'azienda produttrice di formaggi e nasce nel 1912 e viene tramandata da generazione in generazione, quindi questa sarebbe la terza generazione che svolge questo tipo di attività. Lavoriamo esclusivamente latte di raccolta, quindi raccogliamo il latte quasi esclusivamente nella regione Abruzzo. Una parte del latte che trasformiamo arriva dalla montagna e un'altra dalle zone più pianeggianti, dal mare.
She showed us how to stir the milk correctly, how to heat it up, what temperature should it be at to make the perfect cheese. Then she showed us how to pour the milk into a special container so we could drag it out and make mozzarella. It was really a simple process, but there are a lot of things that if you don't do right, it will all go wrong. So you have to be really careful while doing it.
L'azienda trasforma solo ed esclusivamente latte di raccolta, pertanto quando parlo di latte di raccolta parlo di latte munto, quindi prelevato dalla stalla e portato direttamente in azienda. Significa non pastorizzato, non trattato, non aggiunto di additivi o altri coadiuvanti.
Mi chiamo Luciano, siamo in Tornareccio, in una piazza storica del nostro paese. Qui facciamo una birra artigianale, nel vero senso dell'artigianalità, dove in un laboratorio piccolissimo cerchiamo di adoperare tutte le materie prime di eccellenza e di prodotti genuini. Prendo del malto al maltificio qui sotto a Melfi e il grano e il farro lo prendiamo in un'azienda locale nostra.
For me it was really interesting for that they showed me how beer was made. They showed us the whole process and it was very impressive that all the things that were there and the whole laboratory was built only by them and from scratch. It was really interesting experience to show us like the spices that they use, to tell us about their story.
Ho cominciato questa mia passione dopo di tanti anni, circa 15. A luglio ho cominciato a trasformarla, diciamo, in lavoro. Ho cominciato qui come un hobby e piano piano, se tutto va come deve andare, mi piacerebbe trasformarlo in un lavoro a tempo pieno.
Yeah, they show us that passion is the first ingredient to get through, and finally they made it, so we're really happy to support them.
Yesterday we visited a local wheat farm. First we went to see the field. The first one was with the olive tree, where he explained when did he collect and why, and the olive oil, how does it work. Then we went to the other field with all the cereals, and he also explained like the problems that he met when he's harvesting everything. It was really interesting to see how the wheat is made with the grains and the different types, and also his little shop that he have. We tasted all the food with the flour, and it was perfect.
We will prepare also food together with the local people during special events that we will realize in the main square of Tornareccio, but also preparing some snack for the children in the two neighborhoods of the town.
We were at the town square cooking with the grandmas. It was honestly really fun. We were separated in 3 different groups: pasta, cheese balls and biscuits.
It was really interesting to see Italians, first of all, gathering up and even seeing some of the elders singing for us, because it was first-hand touching another culture. It's one thing to listen to music or to eat food in another place, but to do it the traditional way in the country that it's coming from, it's a whole other thing on its own.
We started to dance around them. It was really fun, to be honest, to gather the community of Tornareccio. Honestly, I had so much fun.
It was so fun with all the typical music and everybody. We were very connected together and it was amazing memories.
L'arrivo di questi ragazzi hanno dato risalto a tutte queste attività che noi abbiamo, considerando che negli ultimi tempi le aree interne dell'Italia, dell'Abruzzo, hanno riscontrato uno spopolamento. Noi possiamo dire che Tornareccio invece, grazie a queste attività e a tutto quello che noi abbiamo sul territorio, siamo ancora una società viva.
So we hope that this type of process built in both experiential and but also learning way will help the participants to realize what is possible to do in using food to promote social enterprise and development of local communities.
They are engaging in this topic because they are concerned about their world, their future, and they want to learn as much as they can to be independent, to know how to grow their own crops, to know how to live on a sustainable way themselves.
It's also something that they can bring home with them. They can bring these experiences that they learned here and bring them to their own community.
Me and my team agreed to do like a little interview and a poster. We took interviews from the locals here, and they told us that Tornareccio is one of the most important producers of cheese in Italy. And then we searched up information about cheese and what's important in making cheese.
We are planning to make a coloring comic book for children. It will contain 3 stories, all touching on the subjects that are currently both humanity and the bees are facing, while also showing the nomadic lifestyle of beekeeping.
We are making like a big poster of the beers, and we highlight like the things that they use, and also the city. We also put like symbols of Tornareccio.
We decided to make a poster with the path that to become the pasta. So we started from the field, and we make all the different steps to go from the cereals to the pasta. And we decided to make an amazing song about it, a bit full of sense but a bit crazy at the same time.
Pasta, everyone loves pasta. Together we eat pasta. All of the shape of the pasta. Oh yeah, pasta!
We decided to make 3 different posters on what we cooked. I'm making the pasta one with the other Romanian in my group. We basically describe each step of how you make the pasta.
Sono stata già partecipante di un Erasmus questo scorso luglio, è stata un'esperienza bellissima e adesso vederla da fuori ancora di più, perché si può vedere come si torna ad abitare alcuni luoghi del nostro paese che magari non erano frequentati così tanto, cioè a partire dalla piazza, da un luogo chiuso a un luogo aperto. Ed è bello vedere tanti bambini e tante persone in giro e condividere però cose importanti come il cibo, la lingua, lo stare insieme, cioè tutto ciò è bellissimo, fantastico.
Ecco, è un evento che è veramente molto importante secondo me proprio per i bambini e per conoscere insomma le altre tradizioni culinarie, perché è importante, è sempre un momento di scambio e anche proprio per mettere le mani in pasta, perché questi bambini spesso sono impegnati, sono sempre lì col telefonino, e quindi è anche un momento per darsi un po' la manualità anche che dobbiamo un po' riscoprire. Anche per noi genitori è un monito ad essere lì presenti e fargli anche un po' sporcare queste mani. E comunque è molto, molto interessante. Ci sono ricette che sicuramente si possono anche ripetere a casa, e quindi un evento veramente molto, molto bello e interessante, quindi grazie.
È un bel progetto, una cosa nuova, fa movimentare un po' di più il paese, una cosa bella.
Grazie. Io sono sempre grato a tutti quelli che hanno partecipato e non vedo l'ora che tornino ancora a essere tra noi questi bravissimi ragazzi.
The Tornareccio is such a beautiful place. There's nothing like it in the world. The people are nice. The group was even better. We enjoyed the time very much.
I really loved this experience, this Erasmus, because it was totally different in how we say that the love comes through the stomach, and it was so pretty to try the other cultures through their food.
It gave me the opportunity to connect with other people from other countries, and it made my kind of social anxiety go away, because we were all doing the same things, learning new things about cooking and the Italian culture, and we just had a lot of fun, and we acted like we've known each other for more than 5 years. It was really, really nice.